Being disliked at work is the worst. It happened to me and I had no clue why. I wasn't rude, I wasn't slacking off, but something was off. Hi fam, Shay here from Big Sis Me. Today, I'm sharing the exact steps I took to turn things around. If you've ever felt like you're not fitting in at work or struggling to make a good impression, this video is for you. And I hope these insights help you to find a way forward. Step 1. Figure out who actually matters. The first mistake I made, I thought I had to win over everyone. But not everyone's opinion matters equally. Once I realized this, everything got easier. So I put together a simple impact chart to help me sort this out once and for all, and it looked something like this. For the rows, the top row is for people who truly matter to you. The bottom row is for people who don't really influence your decisions or daily life. For the columns, one side is for people you see all the time. The other side is for people you rarely see. When you put these together, you get 4 types of people. 1. Important and unavoidable. These are the people you see all the time and their opinions matter, like close coworkers, family members, or mentors. They have a real impact on your day-to-day life. 2. Important but avoidable. These are people who matter to you, but you don't see them often, like distant relatives or higher-ups at work. Their opinions count, but they don't influence your daily routine. 3. Unimportant but unavoidable. These are the people you interact with regularly, like your barista, a bus driver, or a neighbor you might make small talk with. Their opinions don't really affect you. 4. Unimportant and avoidable. These are the people you barely interact with. Their opinions are not your problem. Using this chart makes it way easier to decide whose opinions to focus on and whose you can ignore. It cuts out the noise so you can give your energy to what and who actually matters. Doing this made me realize that I was trying so hard to be likable, I might as well have been handing out customer satisfaction surveys after every interaction. It helped me put things into perspective. Let me talk about Erin, whose name I changed for privacy reasons. She was a senior member of my team in one of my first jobs after finishing university and someone I really looked up to. Based on how I interacted and worked with Erin, I'd place her in the important and unavoidable section of my chart. I'd been stressing over everyone when, in reality, the issue was with Erin. Every time I interacted with her, I felt awkward, and I could tell she wasn't a fan of me either. If you feel disliked at work or anywhere else for that matter, ask yourself, who do you actually need to improve things with? Filling out a chart like this can help cut out the noise and focus on what really matters. Step 2. Find out why you're not well liked. Figuring out why people didn't warm up to me was the hardest part. Nobody sits you down and says, hey, here's why you don't fit in, or here's why you're the problem. So I had to become a detective, and the best tool I used? A method called the 5 whys technique. Basically, you keep asking why until you get to the bottom of things. It's a simple yet powerful technique used to uncover the root cause of problems, whether in business or personal situations. Fun fact, it was created by Sakichi Toyoda, the father of the man who founded Toyota. At first, I thought the issue was Erin, but after breaking it down with the 5 whys, I realized it was never about her at all. Here's how I used it. Why did I feel awkward interacting with Erin? Because she seemed more confident and knowledgeable than me. Why did I feel she was more confident than me? Because she always looked put together and spoke with ease, while I felt unsure of myself and my appearance. Why did I feel unsure of myself and my appearance? Because I wasn't confident in my role yet and I didn't know how to ask for advice from my team. And because I didn't feel comfortable in my work outfits. Why didn't I ask for advice? because I felt awkward asking people who weren't officially assigned to help me. I didn't want to be annoying. Why did I feel awkward asking? Because I'd been told my assigned mentor would guide me, but they were always too busy. There it was. The real issue wasn't even Erin. I felt lost in my job, didn't know who to ask for help, and wasn't dressing in a way that made me feel confident. It turns out, feeling like a potato in business casual doesn't exactly scream confidence. Who knew? By the way, if this is clicking for you, don't forget to like and subscribe. It helps more people find this advice, and I really appreciate the support. If you already have an idea of why you're struggling at work and just need actionable steps to fix it, jump to step 4. What can you do about it? Timestamps are in the description. And if you feel disliked at work, or anywhere else for that matter, try this technique for yourself. You might uncover something completely different than what you originally thought. At first, I thought I'd cracked the code, but then I realized something still didn't add up. It wasn't all my interactions with Erin that felt off, only some. Once I figured out the reason, it completely changed how I saw the problem. Step 3. Identify when you feel most uncomfortable. Think about when you feel the most or least comfortable around a person or group. Is it in meetings? One-on-one? In social settings? Even details like time of day can matter. Fatigue and stress can chip away at confidence. For me, I noticed that only specific interactions with Erin felt off, such as one-on-one or group settings at work, especially when my manager was around. At work events, I didn't feel comfortable and stuck to small talk, avoiding deeper conversations. But in casual conversations or team outings, I had no problem. Bottom line, in work settings, I felt like I was constantly being compared to her. These specific moments triggered my insecurities about how I measured up. Once I recognized when I felt the most uncomfortable, I could finally start planning for it. Try this for yourself. Pay attention to when and where you feel awkward. Patterns will emerge, and those moments are your best opportunities for growth. Step 4. What can you do about it? Now that you've identified when and why you feel uncomfortable, it's time to take action. Here's the key. Fix the immediate issue, but also tackle the deeper cause. Otherwise, it feels like a fresh coat of paint on a sinking ship. Looks nice, but you're still going down. For me, I realized the issue wasn't Erin. It could have been anyone. If I didn't address the root cause, I'd keep running into the same struggles over and over again. So, I broke it down into 2 key actions. Action 1, fixing the root cause, which was, I felt lost at work because my assigned mentor was too busy and I hesitated to ask others for help. And action 2, fixing the confidence issue, which was that I realized my work wardrobe didn't fit well or feel authentic to me, which made me feel even more awkward. Try this for yourself and let me know in the comments what your biggest workplace struggle is. I might cover it in a future video. Step 5. How do you take action? This step can feel daunting. It's one thing to realize the problem, but actually fixing it, that's another story. Here's the secret. Don't try to solve everything at once. Break it down into small, manageable steps. Using my example, for action 1, I needed help to fix my knowledge gaps, but my assigned mentor was too busy, and I didn't feel comfortable asking my other colleagues, so I came up with a plan. Number 1, prepare smarter. I had 2 choices. Keep struggling in silence or ask for help like a normal person. Naturally, I chose silence for way too long. Eventually, I listed everything I didn't know or wasn't confident about in my role and noted down the questions I'd already asked before, so I wouldn't repeat them. Important tip. Before asking for help, do your best to answer your own questions first. This primes your brain to absorb information better and shows initiative. Come with a solution, not just a problem. Sage advice that's helped me many times in my career. Number 2, Research and plan ahead. I looked up how to approach a busy colleague and how to ask a manager for help. Then I scheduled short meetings and even rehearsed a quick 2-minute version of what I'd say so I wouldn't waste anyone's time. If you want me to share my tips on this, let me know in the comments. Unfortunately, my busy colleague still couldn't meet with me. This happens, but instead of giving up, I pivoted. I took the same approach with my manager and this time it worked. They reassigned me to a more available team member, which helped me get guidance and helped my busy colleague manage their workload better. As for all the other preparation I'd done, well, it went to waste. Just kidding. It impressed my new mentor and they put in a good word for me with my boss. Important tip. When discussing concerns at work, always follow up with a short email summarizing the conversation. It keeps a record and makes sure you haven't missed anything. For action 2, which was fixing my confidence in how I dressed, a few quick changes like learning how to measure myself, tailoring some pieces and researching a capsule wardrobe made a huge difference. If you're not sure where to start, check out my video, How to Make a Great First Impression, for tips on dressing for success. Also, visiting a clothing store during quieter hours for personalized advice can help. The result? These small steps completely changed how I felt at work. The awkwardness around Erin disappeared and I stopped worrying about being compared to her. More importantly, my confidence grew across all areas of my job. Now it's your turn. If you're feeling out of place, break it down. Prepare, research, take small steps. You'll be surprised how fast things start to shift. Look, if you feel like you're not well liked at work, you're not alone. I've been there and I know how frustrating it is. But the good news, you can change it. Focus on the right people. Not everyone's opinion matters. Figure out what's actually causing the issue. Use the 5 whys technique. Pinpoint where you feel uncomfortable. Those are the moments to improve. Take small, consistent actions. Big changes happen through tiny steps. If this helped you, let me know in the comments. And now that you're fixing your work or other interpersonal relationships, let's make sure you never struggle with first impressions again. My next video shows you exactly how to walk into any room with confidence. Watch it next. It's also linked in the description. As always, be kind to yourself and have a great day.